going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, we are back with some more cricket match reviews, and here today we have got the day one review between India and Bangladesh. Of course, they are in a two-match test series after Bangladesh ended up winning the ODI series 2-1. Of course, I did review all of them games, so if you missed out on them, go check them out. Also, if you guys are new around the channel, you haven't subscribed yet, you haven't left a like, you haven't even commented, what are you doing? Just do it right now before we get into the video. I'll give you 2 seconds. Okay, I hope you've done it by now. We're going to jump straight into it. Day one review. I've got my notes here ready. I was able to watch pretty much every single ball of this day. I might have missed a few deliveries right at the start because I was recording and I missed like the first 6 overs, I think it was. But after that, I got to watch it all. It's not actually being telecasted in Australia, so we've had to... Look, I'm not going to get into it, but we've been able to watch it. And it's setting up to be a great match of cricket already. I mean, the pitch is doing plenty for the spinners. Both sides have some quality spinners on their side, so I think it's going to be spin to win on this sort of deck. Look, we're just going to get into it. I'm not going to give you the match review before we actually get into it. So let's go. India win the toss. They send themselves into bat first. As you can see, the live win probability has India. Shout out Johnny Sins. Hashtag 69% for India. So India definitely favoured at the moment. I'm actually unsure about that because I feel like India probably need to get to 300, 350. I think would be a very competitive first innings score here. So let's get into it, guys. India, as I said, into bat first. And the man, KL Rahul, is taking on the captaincy. We know when KL is captain, Virat goes well. Well, didn't happen this time. But look, KL is the skipper. Man. I mean, it's a little bit weird. I do find it kind of weird sometimes when Rahul takes on the captaincy when you've got Virat Kohli sitting right there. Like, bro, just hand it off to Virat. I'm sure he plays an integral part in the captaincy and the field changes and bowling changes, but it actually does kind of weird me sometimes. But anyway, we move on, talk about the game. KL Rahul, Shubman Gill opening up here. KL... Again, I mean, he started actually really well. Then chopped on for 22. Shubman Gill, he was looking pretty strong. Hit 3 4s early, was 20 off 40, and then had just played a silly, stupid, dumb shot. And that's what comes with a bit of inexperience in these Bangladeshian pitches, is that you don't know how it's going to play all the time. I don't know if Shubman was expecting it to be a bit fuller, or he was expecting to get a bit more pace off the ball, but he just went for a little paddle shot over his shoulder, and it went straight to the man at leg slip. So it was a silly shot. It made him look like a damn fool. So he goes for 20 or 40. Not how you want to start. They had wickets tumbling early, India. Virat Kohli then comes to the crease, and he only lasts 5 deliveries before he gets an absolute jaffa. I'd say a pretty good delivery there from the man Tajul Islam. Just bowling the house down in this sort of match so far. Got some extra turn. He is turning the living F out of the ball, is that man Tajul. Bowling phenomenally so far for the Bangladeshians. Got Virat right on that toe, and Virat's thinking, how the hell did that happen? Like, Virat, he always looks so clueless when he goes out. Like, he's always like what happened? I didn't see it. He always looks so confused. I mean, it was plum. He was fucking out. And then he reviewed it, sent it upstairs. A waste of a review because that shit was as plum as you're going to damn get. Then Rishabh was out there. Look, he had to join Chiteshwar. I just needed someone to kind of settle the innings and just stay out there with Pujara. You got that man Rishabh to come out to the crease. We know Rishabh's had some struggles recently in cricket, especially in white ball cricket, but red ball cricket is another story for this man, Rishabh. He just goes to a different level, seems to just have a lot more freedom in test cricket, which sometimes makes no sense because wouldn't you have more freedom in white ball cricket? I guess not when it's Rishabh Pant. He is just a red ball king, honestly. Like, he averages, I think, over 45 in red ball cricket for someone who bats at 5 or 6. And again, he was actually quite good. found himself getting bowled by a pretty good delivery by Hassan. He went on the back foot, tried to cut it. Didn't work, got bowled. And unfortunately, Rishabh, he just needed to stay out there for a little bit longer too. Was playing with freedom. Just really went from ball one. I mean, made 46 off 45. So that's what you get from Rishabh. That's what he does. They would have liked some more out of him. But look, 46 is still their third top scorer for the game. So you can't be too greedy sometimes. Shreyas Iyer, who coming quite down... that sounds a bit wrong, but let me finish. Coming in quite down low the order, I would have thought. I mean, what's he batting at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? They are batting quite thin, this India team. But when you've got Shreyas Iyer at number 6, you're feeling pretty comfortable. This man Iyer can fucking just chew up and eat spin all day if he had to. Look, him and Chadeshwar did put together a really, really strong partnership there. Unfortunately, Pujara, he just 10 off his first test century in over 3 years. His last test century, I believe, was against Australia in Australia, 3 years ago. So he is in a little bit of a drought himself. He's been making runs in the domestic level for Leicestershire. He's been dominating, first-class cricket again. He dominated the tour match the other day against Bangladesh. And then he gets here. He was ready. He was just 10 runs off that damn ton. And again, got another great delivery from that man, Islam. And he bowled exceptionally well. Took 3 big wickets of Virat, Pujara and Gill, which has really set this up for the Bangladeshians going into their own batting innings here. Just continuing on that man, Shreyas Iyer, though. This guy can just fucking eat spin all day. He can just stand there, just loft shot straight over the bowler's head. He just seems to read spin to an absolute effing T. He knows where the bowler's bowling. He knows where it's going to spin back into him. He knows what sort of grips the bowlers are using and what sort of shot needs to be played. He did get dropped once, though. I've got it in my notes here. As my mum is trying to ring me. I'm going to have to ring her back later. I'm sorry, mum. She's trying to ring me. It's too bad. I'm doing a review. In my notes, what did I write down? Yeah, it's pretty much what I was saying. But yeah, he was dropped on 67. An easy chance out there in the deep, so they let Iyer stay out there. And he also got bowled, Shreyas Iyer. Now you're thinking, how did he get bowled if he's still out there? Well, you wouldn't believe it, but the ball slammed into his off stump and the bails stayed on. The zing bails went up. It looked like he was out and the bails stayed on the stumps. You can't fucking read about it, man, but that's just cricket. That's the way it can happen sometimes. And you know damn well those batteries in the zing bails, they weigh a lot. So he gets a little breather there. Had probably 2 times that he should have been out, but other than that, I thought he's played a pretty flawless innings so far. Just looks at so much ease at the crease when there's spinners. Bangladesh need to start bowling short balls and get the pace back on. You got to make him uncomfortable. You have to start bowling short balls to him. Otherwise, he is just going to breeze into an easy century here. And can set India up to maybe make 400 if they will. So, yeah, big wicket of day 2. They've got to get Shreyas Iyer out early. And on the last ball of the day's play, Axar Patel finds himself out as well. LBW, Mehdi Hassan keeping on his good form. Just bowled an absolute ripper as well. They're getting plenty of turn out there. And it just seems like the Indian batsmen aren't really reading it too well. I didn't think Virat didn't read it well at all. Rishabh didn't read his delivery that well at all. Axar got a pretty good delivery, to be fair. But look, you can still hit them. It's not like it was impossible to hit them. So it just has to give credit to Bangladesh. They have bowled really, really well, I think. And if they can get Iyer out in the first session tomorrow, it's going to go a long way into them maybe winning this test match. And hey, while we're speaking about Bangladesh, let's get into their bowlers. Khaled none for 63. Okay, we're going to move on. Khaled Ahmed, 1 for 26 off 12. Awesome bowling. Shakib, he was quite good, just super economical as usual. None for 26 as well. But this is the man at the moment. Tajul Islam, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but that's as good as it's going to get. 3 for 84 off, wait for it, 30 overs he has bowled in day one. So he has bowled literally an entire quarter of Bangladesh's bowling on day one. I mean, there's only 90 overs in a day, and he has bowled 30 of them. Like, that is fucking insane. Like, you have to be fit as hell to do that. Took 3 poles as well. Took 3 big wickets. So, yeah, really, really impressive stuff from him. Mahedi Hassan, same stuff. He's proving himself to be one of the most damaging all-rounders right now. 2 for 71 off 18, and Yasir Ali bowled 1 over that no one cares. So, that is how we end day one, guys. India finish up after day one at stumps, 6 for 278. Iyer at the crease by his lonesome. Next in is Ravi Ashwin, who does have, 5 or 6 test centuries to his name. So he is also a great player of spin. So it's not going to be easy for Bangladesh to just say, okay, let's get 2 wickets and then we're into the bowlers. They're going to have to work really hard for these wickets. And Iyer closing into a ton. Ravi Ashwin can bat. And India, they'd be looking at going as close as possible to getting 400 runs. So it's going to be an interesting day too. This is Test cricket, baby. This is why we love it. I mean, it's just the best format. I could watch this shit for 32 days in a row if I damn had to. But hey, that is going to cap it off. Drop your thoughts and comments about the game right now. Who is the game set up for? Who have you been impressed by? Let me hear it. I'm always reading the comments. So hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new and you love cricket. And I'll see everyone in the next one.